Forlorn Fair is back, my friends. What's going on? Doc here, Average Gamer Guys. Back yet again. Last Day on Earth action, free to play, and we're jumping in. Forlorn Fair is back, and it's gotten a little bit of an update. Let's talk about it here really quick. Kind of a surprise update. Did not see this coming. Very excited. Essentially, what has happened? What has happened? If you have not completed Forlorn Fair up to this point, really nothing changes for you, which is really, really nice. You're still able to go through. There's still some really fantastic rewards that you can go, and you can pick up some of the best storages, I would say, probably in the game. For you to get, there's 3 stages to Forlorn Fair. If you haven't completed it yet, you're in good shape. The nice part is, as you're seeing here, some rewards have changed. Reputation has been reset for anybody that has completed it already. So here's the really interesting thing. We essentially, if you've completed Forlorn Fair, I don't remember where I was, probably stage 3, I don't know, in the 30s or 40s, maybe 40s or so. Essentially what's happened is the whole thing has reset. So you get the opportunity to go back through here and redo everything, and redo the levels, and re-get the stuff, and all of the rewards through these levels have actually changed, which is really, really cool. So what I don't know, what I'm not sure about, is if this is a one-time reset, or if this is going to be something that happens once you hit grand opening and then refreshes again. But here's what I will say. The fact that even through here, we've got some husky puppies, you have an extremely rare weapon mod, got some genomes in here, and then we now have the aluminum, the copper, and the titanium extractors at the top end of these different levels is pretty sweet. So I'm actually really excited. You still, as you would normally get in between these levels, you're grabbing the tickets. The rewards still seem to be quite good. So I'm really, really excited about that. We jump over to stage 2 here. We start to grab some corgi puppies, which is really nice. A drone BP, which you know I'm a big fan of course. We got some more genomes, copper extractor, and then finally on stage 3, the Rottweiler puppies, essentially an EXBP plus, because we get an inspector card here, a little bit of Genesis weapons, which is really neat, and then the titanium extractor. So I'm a fan of this. If this continues to come back around, if I'm basically able to work through these stages again, I'm pretty excited about that. It's kind of fresh and nice, at least for me. Some folks may not appreciate the reset. I do think that, like, stage 1, it's not hard to complete. It's maybe less engaging than some of the other stages, but for the most part, it's not bad. I'm excited to try to get into stage 2. So we're going to see where we can land here this go around. I also think it's really neat that reputation has been added here so that you can come in, you can see where you're at. So we're going to pay attention here. 66% complete. I did get a little bit of confetti here on free to play for my first clearance, and we're jumping in. We've got a little bit of a boost. I got a recommendation actually in the comments to get the temporary buff here to increase damage with close and fighting weapons. If you're not familiar, one of the best ways to actually farm yourself some fair points is to use a confetti pipe and essentially go to a location where you get the excess points, which is here in police station, which is really, really nice. And then from that standpoint, go and just basically deal damage. The more damage you deal, better off you're going to be, which ends up being really, really good. So we're going to jump into police station here. We're going to grab some stuff, and I'm going to showcase what we got going on. Oh, hey, what's up? I've never seen her here, actually. It's just pretty interesting. Yeah, okay. All right, good deal. With that being said, I wish I could sneak that guy. I also think it's funny that she's there and then she runs away. So if you get in here, you use your fair pipe. These hits essentially are going to get big time damage buffs, which is certainly what we want. Let me swap over. I will use a few fair weapons here, as I do want to try to soak up some points here. Hungry Chopper at 56. Now, I'm actually thinking, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, let's see. If we reset him, Is he one of the ones that we can reset? I think he changes direction, which means that we can't sneak him again. And that's essentially what you're going to end up doing here. But we'll run through and we'll knock out a couple of the... I found two that just make this the easiest. Some folks have optimized this a little bit better than I have. Yeah, so he changes position here, which makes it so that you can't sneak him. So we'll just finish him off. Take him on down here, and then let's roll this way. And for the ones that we can't get good sneak hits on, we don't really want to use the fair pipe. Now, certainly use your confetti as you see fit. If you've already grinded through and these extra extractors don't really matter to you, I wouldn't blame you for basically not spending your time. But if you're trying to get some levels and you have access to a modified pipe here, you can get some pretty good points from this. It's extremely time consuming, I will say. It also soaks up an immense amount of time. So just be forewarned for that. I don't want to sugarcoat this idea. So this is one of them right here, is this hungry chomper. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually just kill this zombie officer here. We'll clear a few things out. Again, you can get some sneak hits and some crits, but that is one. I'm gonna clear out this too. I don't know. Can I get a sneak hit on? No, I can't. I can get a sneak hit on this guy. I do know that. But he doesn't heal. So the other key here is that you want to find the zombies, essentially these hungry chompers, that are going to be able to heal. Again, we can get one good smack in on this guy. Not bad. Decent points. He's going to explode. Whoa, that was a little that was a little closer than I would have liked. Okay, the other one is this one. So what I want to do here is actually kill these guys. Take these guys out. Don't want the hungry chomper. Oh, and I lost my armor. That's not good. I want the zombie officer. Come on, bud. And then we can get into the sneak mode. Oh, stop. All right. We'll run out. We'll reset here. Then we should be in good shape. I'm going to go ahead and turn in my cards as well because I do want to grab some, I'd like to grab, what do you call it? I'd like to grab some armor. I did also want to just do an opening, grab some blueprints, see what we can get. So I've got 5 of our captain's cards here. We'll drop these in. I did bring a whole bunch of other guns, mostly because I was hoping to run down to Transport Hub after this. Decent rewards here. Nothing going there. Nothing going there. Nothing going there. And nothing going there. Unfortunate. That's all right. But decent sets of guns. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take this off. Power this up. I'm going to keep this. And essentially what you can do, this guy faces the correct direction. You're going to essentially be able to come, run up, sneak punch that guy for 56. So 112 is pretty good. We're able to run in, sneak hit this guy. And basically we just need to make sure that they have enough health. So that's the other part of this. Oops, I did not mean to attack that guy. Is you kind of just sit here and take punches. Let them heal up. Then you can run out. You can certainly use your basic heal. But that is the way. Now, 56. 56 per hit. The benefit here of the extra 20% is pretty good. Because it's essentially giving you half of whatever damage you deal. So we have a fair pipe that deals 31 damage. We're getting an extra 20% melee hit on that. So if you're able to do this for the course of these pipes, And this guy's going to face the wrong way. You just start sneaking him over here. Sometimes he's not going to orient. And I don't think we went far enough to the side. Still run down and hit this guy. Him punch us a little bit. Yeah, that's not too bad, actually. The extra 20%, I guess if you are going to do this, that's probably worth it. What it ends up doing is saving you a ton of durability on this. It saves you an actually pretty massive amount of durability. And you are going to get a pretty sizable amount of additional points on that 20% for each of the hits if you spend the time to do this. So that's not bad. Again, do you need to do this? I don't particularly think so. But if you want to earn some reputation, you know we've only gained about 2% there. I find that just simply using the weapons in the right locations is the difference maker, right? So just get to the right locations, use the weapons up, get sneak attacks when you can. Like, we would be served just fine by going and finishing this. And what we want to do, though, if we're going to do this, I'm just going to let these guys heal up one more time. I'm going to use my auto heal here. That way we can get a couple more sneak attacks in, and then we'll just clear this normally, because I'm not gonna take the time to do this here. That's not bad. That's pretty good. If you want to maximize, wait until you get your healer buff, get your 20%, and then come to a location. You can also, if you are stage 1, you can run back and forth and hit Georgie if you want as well. So that's an option. In addition to that, you can hit Georgie as the, if you're not familiar, Georgie's stage 1 is one of like the special zombies, pseudo bosses, if you will, that you can end up taking out at the fair itself. And I came more prepared to do this, and I'm not going to spend the time. So we'll just clear the PD here. But not bad. I do think the 20%, it's pretty good. Like, I think if this guy's fully healed down here, he's not. I'm going to kill this guy. And I will take the time to, like, sneak this dude one more time. Which way you going, bud? Woo! Gotcha! I'll take the time. That is some additional points. But what I particularly like doing, get your weapons modded up. Again, if you only have access to the pipes, if you're early on and really do want to grind, this is a good strat. Or again, if you're on stage 1, this is essentially for anybody kind of not really in stage 1, but there are some other zombies in each of the stages where you can use it. You do get the bonus points here, which is certainly helpful. But if you want to grind it, melee weapons and crit hits are your best. That's your best option to ensure that you can get the most points and then make some of those moves. It's not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. We'll use this fair pipe up here. Clear out the rest of the zombs that we can. My favorite, Riot zombies. Hate you, Riot zombies. I hate you. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And really just the durability you're saving. Excuse me, the durability that you're saving and getting the extra damage at the same time is a pretty nice buff, I would say. So certainly worthwhile if you are going to truly grind it out. Leave your dog at home. I guess it wouldn't really matter here, but it can get in some extra chomps. You just don't want it dealing extra damage while the guys are healing off of you. So, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, let's finish this up. And I got some crates to grab. We'll knock out some zombs here. Clean this thing up. Nice little helmet action. I always like coming here because you get some SWAT armors. Sometimes. Hello, my friends. Taking them on down. So I am noticing that. So we're doing 37 damage here. It's a round down Can I sneak these guys? Can I sneak this guy? No. It's a round down on the damage you're noticing sometimes. So do keep that in mind. Then don't waste some of your precious fair bullets on these Riot zombie shields. I've already told you how much I don't like the Riot zombie. Have I? Guess what? I don't. Can I sneak this guy? Dang it. Close. Close. I don't think I could sneak the other guy either. Come on, Mr. Champa. He did. I have some pipe here left. That's it. We'll grab our rewards. And then again, for me, I'm going to take these weapons and I'm headed down to Transport Hub once it resets. That's a good place to use it. You do get the additional bonus from them, so worthwhile. Whoa, full Glock right there. Wow. That's a surprise. Yo, that's pretty sick. I don't even have a buff for that going on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little running back and forth here. That's some good weapons. Some good weapons, my friends. Not bad, not bad. We'll grab what we can here. Boop. Boop. I'm gonna have to do a an alpha run as well. Maybe I'll go do that now. Put our weapons aside for the time being. Grab that. That's pretty good. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Forlorn Fair coming back, especially if you are one of the folks that had it finished and had it reset. I particularly am pretty excited about it. It just freshens up the event, right? It just adds that little bit extra, which is really, I don't know. I'm a fan of that. I think that's cool. Like, pretty excited actually to like just be able to redo it, right? It was getting a little stale, I would say, maybe, right? I wasn't probably prioritizing it as much. Here in free to play it was, because the stages were pretty easy to complete. And you could get some great rewards. Like the tickets were absolutely fantastic for weapons. You're getting some Genesis weapons. You're getting some solid materials that are really, really helpful. But it's kind of neat that we get to reset the thing and we get a fresh set of rewards. Plus, they've made the extractors way more accessible. Now, are they good? Do you need them? Are they the best reward? I don't think so. I would have preferred other storages maybe. But I could understand why they put them there. And I'm certainly going to grind after them. Certainly going to try to get them, I guess, and see what we can grab. So that's pretty cool. Make sure I don't have anything I need here. I've been spending some resources actually finishing up some weapon mods. I stepped away from that for quite a while here on free to play, but because we've gotten so much settlement rewards, I've been in a good position to actually go and get some stuff, which has been nice. So I'm excited about that. I didn't get anything majorly done, but I did craft up a few things. Craft up a handful of usable and reasonable things. So we have T-Hub and the refresh here on Forlorn Fair coming up pretty quick. And I had the buff, so I wanted to test this out. And I do think it's worth it if you're going to do that grind. Especially if you can get it, you know, and you have a couple of fair pipes. I would say it's probably even better, you know, give it a... what would I say? I would say give it a handful of days to get your stockpile up of maybe confetti and some pipes, and then come here. Although it's going to take you a little while to get through a pipe. So, but the buff lasts for a while. Do what you see fit. That's my thoughts. I'm pretty excited. And I don't know. It's like titanium extractors is probably the only part that I don't know. These could be fine. They're fine. They're fine if you have gas. If you don't have a ton of fuel, they're less fine. I'm really excited about a handful of these other rewards. Getting some pups is really neat. So we made, what, 9% there just by clearing that out with some weapons. So that's pretty good. It is a good way to pump up, use your Forlorn Fair weapons. Make sure that you're paying close attention to where you get the bonus. So lab, sewer, police station, farm, bunker bravo, and transport hub. You can run these at other locations. You just don't get the extra points. That's where the benefit comes in. And you can see a lot of bonus from that. So a little bit of police station action, a little bit of Forlorn Fair. It's back. A little bit of testing here with our infected venison effect. And that's what we got for you. Free to play. We got more updates coming in free to play this week. Potentially a pretty big one. So stick around. Some really, really exciting things. We've been finishing up some settlement stuff, making some great progress. We did get the final bench put down for our assembly room as well. So now we're just on to upgrading the storage room. And we'll have a max settlement, which is pretty cool. And some more stuff coming up as we go here. So a little bit of a shorter episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. Forlorn Fair is back. Have fun with that. Grind up some new levels. Let me know where you get to. And if you have any questions, if you need any tips, jump over to the Discord. Drop down below if you got them. But jump over to the Discord. Links in the description. Hit that subscribe button for me as well. Really do appreciate all the support on our road to 10K. Our next big channel milestone. Got some fun stuff planned for that as well. So making some good strides there. But we'll wrap it up here. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.